Hi, sweethearts! Welcome to Straight Sunday Chilling with dramatic readings of spooky visual novels and cool chill horror games with some jump scares thrown in between. So you can chill out, grab some hot cocoa, vibe to the sound of my voice, and then when least expected or when most expected, hear me scream like a little girl. Should be a good time. So we're jumping back into Tiny Bunny. We played the prologue last Sunday, and so what I did is I got the game as it is so far. It's still in early access, so I think there's 3 chapters. We're starting right before the end of the prologue, which is a jump scare. Whee! Oh, what we got going on there? Oh, I've scrolled. I'm doubled. Oh, geez. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm in OBS instead of Streamlabs. Unmultiplied. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. Let's rock and roll. See if we get some spooky music going. I'm spooked. Yay! What studied me with its eyes while dancing feverishly under the moon? The darkness was clinging to the window, and it couldn't be fooled by Grandma's old chants. It couldn't be satisfied with a feast of lard and long ashen hair.
Тоша, ты идешь?
Tosha, you coming?
Да, сейчас.
Yes, just a moment. But it'll take us into something new. And then we can begin. Yay! How is game audio, guys? Did you hear our new friend, the werewolf, coming at you? He just wants hugs. What was that? It was kind of cute. It was one of the horrors dancing outside of our window by the light of the moon. A little bit loud. Thank you. Okay, rock on. Hard to tell. I heard the scary... All right, we're going to take it just down a little bit. Is that Foxy? Was that the bite of 87 or 85? That's why I didn't want to laugh at Olya and her owl in the morning. If you're just joining us, we are this lovely Russian boy here. This is our mom, our dad, who's kind of a daddy. They don't really get along. They're probably separating. Our little baby sister is a sweetheart. Our grandmother's trying to ward us against evil. And I don't know, there are things outside our window at night. So here we go. Who could be visiting us here, in the middle of nowhere? We don't know anyone around here. Foxy was censored. So persistent. Foxy isn't censored on my chat, Emmy. I don't know, maybe it's a weird preference thing. Fluffy would like to let everyone know to get their holy water prepared. There was also a chant our grandmother gave us. We can maybe use that to ward off evil. It didn't work, though. I felt extremely unsettled, just from a silly thought that our morning guests could have come from the woods. Are things being censored? Oh, no. I have nothing in my moderator doodad. I could barely hear voices coming from the front door. My mind was urging me to hide. In the closet? Under the table? Behind the curtains, where Olya always hides.
Тоша, подойди-ка сюда.
Oh God, that sounded like it was behind me. Tosha, come here. I felt like kettlebells were tied to my feet, but still dragged them toward the hallway. Does this take place at my grandma's? I don't know. There is food. It's porridge. Avon calling. Let me see if I can. Did that actually do anything? Emmy, you should now be a moderator as well. I mean, if you have the time, it's all good. I don't have Foxy. That's so weird. More things I have to play with. Emmy, the Twitch mod. Cosplaying as a mod. Just in case. A couple of policemen towered over me in the doorway. I barely noticed as the bullets whizzed through. They smelled like frost and worry. My mom always winced and grumbled the moment she saw patrol cars. Worse than bandits, she'll say. At the moment, though, she looked somewhat confused.
Здравствуйте.
Hello? The senior officer, who wore a grim expression, nodded.
Тут мальчик вчера потерялся. Вовой зовут.
Why is our mom telling the... Okay. A boy had gone missing yesterday. His name's Vova.
Глянь, пожалуйста. Ты его не видел?
Look at this, please. Have you seen him? I think maybe they have that credited to the wrong person? The policeman held out a photograph to me. Have you seen this boy? There was a ginger boy around the age of elementary school, pictured with a wall carpet as the backdrop. He had a striped cat in his hands and wore a wide smile. Please, tell me more about the cat, sir.
Нет.
No, I haven't.
Точно? Посмотри внимательнее.
Are you sure? Look closely.
Где мне его видеть? Я тут никого не знаю, да и из дома-то почти не выхожу.
Where would I see him? I don't know anyone around here. I barely leave the house.
А может, видел в окно?
Well, maybe you've seen him from the window.
Да, у тебя ведь окна на лес.
That's right. Your windows look straight at the forest, don't they? The window.
Нет, не видел.
There was a woodland rave outside my window last night. No, I haven't seen anything.
Ясно.
Yeah, what's the cat's name? We need these details to help you, sir. I see. He sounded tired, but his eyes, the cold, steely eyes of a killer. His stare, long and heavy, was full of suspicion. I squirmed unwittingly under the weight of guilt, his giant shadow cast over me. I want a pet wolf. Oh my god. Man, I feel like some dogs can be extra. A wolf would be like... Whoo, they're beautiful though. Maybe like a dancing outside your window wolf. They seem cool though. The policeman finally tore his eyes from me and glanced over the hallway, the stairway and the cracks in the ceiling, which I haven't noticed before for some reason.
Вы, кстати, как на новом месте? Попривыкли уже?
How do you like your new place, by the way? Getting used to it?
Понемногу, только вот дочка маленькая по городу скучает.
Bit by bit. It's just our little daughter misses the city a lot.
Скучает, значит. Из местных вас никто не беспокоит?
Misses the city, huh? Have the locals been treating you well?
Все хорошо, спасибо.
Yes, everything is all right. Thank you. Just want some apple juice. The wolf? The policeman pierced through me one more time with his gray eyes. My head started spinning. Had I kidnapped this boy? Do I
Может, вам
have his
помочь
cat?
как-то?
Can I help you somehow? I asked that in a shaky voice, to look like a polite boy and to end this unpleasant conversation sooner.
Я вот стою и думаю,
Now that I think about it,
ты, малец, на племеша моего похож.
you look just like one of my nephews, little fella.
Шустрый парнишка твоих лет, с такими же окулярами. Все книжками зачитывался, детективами.
He's a witty boy around your age, wears the same type of goggles. Always engrossed in reading those mystery novels.
Когда летом погостить приезжал, говорит, что в школу милиции мечтает поступить.
Told me he wants to enroll in police school when his family visited this summer.
Как я, хотел людям помогать. Смекаешь?
Wanted to help other people, just like me, see? I feel like if this game doesn't have a void, I'm gonna be very disappointed because we have a very strong theme going here, guys. Guns, beautiful men, too many police officers, and the void. I felt uncomfortable, as if a distant relative and not a police officer stood before me.
Ох, ребятушки,
You know what?
сидите-ка вы лучше дома. Не ввязывайтесь ни во что.
Hi, Josh.
Жизнь сейчас совсем другая пошла.
How you doing?
Little boys like you should stay at home, steer away from trouble. The times have changed so much. Mom interjected in a cold voice. Do you have a
Мне ли
warrant?
не знать?
You don't say. Oh.
Ну да ладно.
Now we need wolves with guns. Beautiful male wolves with guns staring into the void. Ah, well then.
Ты, Антон, в каком классе учишься?
What grade are you in, Anton? That was almost a sentence. 6th.
Друзей-то на новом месте еще не завел?
Have you made any friends here so far? Well, I have like 4 to 5 like anthropomorphic animals that dance outside my window at night.
Пока нет. Я только после каникул в школу пойду.
Not yet. I'll be going to school for the first time after the break.
Тогда вот вам на всякий случай мой номер. Звоните, если узнаете что.
Then I'll leave you my number just in case. Call me if you have any new info. The policemen were gone along with their shadows, the smell of cheap cologne and the photo of a smiling boy. His face stood tall before my eyes. I wondered what it was like for him, being all alone, there. For some reason, I thought of the forest, swaying in the wind. I'm currently watching the new popular show, All of Us Are Dead. Is that like The Walking Dead? I heard the void is here. I hope so. What did his poor parents feel? I feel like there's a high probability this game has a void. And what would my parents do if I'd gone missing? Would they cry and thrash around hysterically? Or would they accuse each other, like they always do, and forget about me eventually?
Мам, а Вова этот в нашем лесу заблудился?
Mom, this Vova, did he go missing in our forest? It's a new Korean zombie show on Netflix. Oh, ooh.
Выходит, что так. Бедный ребенок.
Seems like it. Poor child. I looked out the window, out the road. The police UAZ drove off toward the village. The officer's nephew came to mind when I was splitting off old paint from the windowsill. I remembered all the teenage mystery novels from the Black Kitty series I've read this summer. That's 2 kitties now, guys. I have good feelings about this. Something on Netflix is good. Quick aside. if you like horror in its various forms, Josh, let me know if you've seen these too. I highly recommend The Haunting of Hill House, Midnight Mass, the one in between, whose name I can't remember. Mwah, Chef's Kiss, so good. Oh, Cuphead. Oh, a lot of people like Cuphead. I find that animation to be about the creepiest thing out there. It like gets under my skin. It's very, Your average boys and girls investigated all sorts of mysteries there. They looked for clues, spied on suspicious people, and after a set of amazing adventures, bam! Solved any complicated case. They became local celebrities and must have made their parents very proud. Yeah, it's like a trilogy, all the same, either like producer or director. Hill House and Midnight Mass are the best. I think Hill House is probably the best of the three, though. It's very clever, very good. I noticed a trail of policemen's footprints that led to the forest. And then it clicked in my head. Why don't I start an investigation of my own? Maybe I'll find that lost boy. Archive 81 is a good horror show. I started watching that one. And oh my God. Oh, Arcane is so good. Everyone has to tell Emmy to watch Arcane. Emmy, I think, would love Arcane. Hasn't watched it yet. And I'll get a reward. Olya will be so happy. Not only Olya, Mom and Dad too. Maybe they'll even forget about their quarrels for a while. Maybe I'll even save us from the D word. I fantasized about buying Olya a Tamagotchi and getting a cassette player and a bunch of tapes for myself and a whole box of Kinder Surprise. When was the last time our parents bought us any toys? Last autumn, I think. My dad had lost his job at the time. There's that annoying song about it. I had little to no idea what an accountant's job was like. They count money, I think. Neighbors used to envy us. But nowadays, Mom and Dad barely had money to afford sweets, and Dad would always divide a single chocolate bar between me and Olya. Sometimes, I gave her my share too. No matter how much I wanted to eat sweets, she was still just a pipsqueak. I couldn't wait to go out, looking for clues.
Пойду погуляю.
I'm going outside. A wild Emmy has appeared in chat.
Ага, сейчас.
Yeah, right.
Чтобы потом милиционеры с твоей фотографией по домам ходили.
You want the police to go around with your photograph next?
Лес вон какой густой.
The forest is so thick.
А если мальчика звери дикие утащили? Или того хуже?
What if the boy got snatched up by wild animals? Or something even worse? Even worse echoed through the hallway.
Да я рядом буду. В лес не пойду.
I won't go far. I'll stay away from the forest.
Что я тебе сказала? Мне дважды повторять.
Did you hear what I said? Or should I repeat myself?
Лучше портфель собери или соли поиграй.
Better go back to your school bag or play with Olya. Better go pack your school bag. The sound of splashing water came from the kitchen. It meant that the argument was over and Mom had had the last word. I've been needing to find a new show too. There hasn't much that I've been actually watching lately. Except Twitch. Oh, Oh, we have a choice. So we're gonna save. Oh, see, maybe that's the void. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think Ooh, mystery door. It feels... Hello, Norman Fox Lee. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. What? Does this show... Oh, we can look at things before we... My parents prohibit me from making long-distance calls, but from time to time, I really want to hear my old friends. Sometimes I would just pick up the phone, listen to the low hum of the Zoomer and the distant crackling, imagining the wind howling in the ice-leaden cords. The void is filled with surprises, raised by wolves. Where can I watch Raised by Wolves? Oh, Demon Slayer, so good. Oh, let's... This cross had seen so many people come and go in this house. It was black, as if it had absorbed all human sin from the long years it was hanging under the ceiling. After Grandma died, Mom was gonna take it off and hang a horseshoe in its place as a lucky charm. But she cut herself at the cross's sharp corner and almost fell from the stepladder. Dad called it a sign from above and ordered the cross to be left alone in its rightful place. That's why you can never trust Jesus. Mom's peg top, a family relic. My mom played with it when she was little, then she gifted it to me. Time to host. Oh, thank you, Super! It's on HBO. Are they still running Dune? I still need to see the new Dune movie, too. Olya was next in the succession line. The toy belonged to her now. She stared at the dancing spindle as if it could show her something. A fairy tale, or maybe even our future. Now even my little sister was a bit too old for the old squeaky peg top. Oh no, okay, oh geez, oh, I can't not look at the mystery door. The dark, stuffy closet. Oh God, there's an axe. Mom says it smells like mice, but how would she know their smell? She hates when I stick my nose in there. She's afraid I'll cut myself on the freshly sharpened axe. And Olya can't even be lured close to it. She thinks Babai is living there. Take the axe. The axe. It's calling to us. I'm lucky I don't... Time to ask you a question? Yeah. I'm very lucky I haven't been spoiled on Demon Slayer. I'm usually, like, I have obviously...
Hey.
Thank you for the follow, Norman! Yay, welcome! Yay. Like, I get spoiled on things like anyone does occasionally. It normally doesn't ruin stuff for me, but it still sucks. Especially if it's something where the mystery is what really matters. But don't hurt the dancing wolf guys. I feel like they're really our friends. I mean, why would they be outside our window otherwise? I tried to help her fight her fears once. I opened the door and turned on a dim lamp so she would see there was nothing but cobwebs, Dad's tools, and scratched walls. She still didn't believe me. And I liked to hide in the closet and listen to Olya count outside. 1, 2, 3, better hide from me. and then drag her feet on the creaking floorboards, hoping that she wouldn't need to look for me in the cramped monster's den. Oh, we gotta be bad and go outside, guys.
Антон,
Anton!
ведь от ремня получишь. Ни шагу за порог.
Nothing creepier than children. True facts, Fluffy. True facts. I'll whip you if you make a single step out the door. We're gonna touch it again. I need to distract Mom somehow, or I'll get scolded and my ass whipped with Dad's leather belt. Damn. But I want to fight the wolf people. Twilight characters. I'm not gonna lie. I will be a little disappointed if this game is just like the big war between vampires and werewolves from Twilight. Oh, yeah. The lie to mom option. Oh, wait. Oh, what day is it? This gives me Higurashi vibes. The decrepit and stain-covered calendar was once my favorite form of entertainment in Grandma's house. Oh, I guess we moved into our grandmother's house when she died, and that is our story so far. I remember waking up and running to the kitchen so I could tear off yesterday's leaf first thing in the morning. As if the coming day would get lost in the taiga forest without my help. One day closer to New Year's, one day closer to Grandma's funeral. I haven't touched this calendar for years now. Oh no, now we have the great supernatural war in the chat. We had the restaurant war before, and now it is the war of the preternatural. Since the time they started writing dark and spoopy death chants, that only made me gloomy instead of funny proverbs and superstitions, to be exact. Since the time they started writing dark and spooky death chants, that only made me gloomy instead of funny proverbs and superstitions, to be exact. That one took me a second, guys. I grabbed a dusty calendar leaf with caution and tore it off effortlessly. Sadly, the spooky descriptions from my childhood were still there. 7 horses carry the log. If 7 can't carry, bring the 8th from a fairy. They will take it away and never come back. This is the fate the log cannot escape. Worst horoscope ever. I crumpled the gray leaf and threw it into the waste bin, hoping to get rid of the anxiousness that washed over me. Let us cause chaos. The great chaos of 22. It was spreading inside me like an ink stain on blotting paper. Time to check the fridge. Grandma kept ice cream for me and Olya there, but now I could only see meat bits for soup and clumped together polemni. I grew to hate them already. Oh, we got some pickles. Got some eggs. Well, if there's vampires, they have to be invited in. Correct. I feel like we're safe here. Nothing can go wrong. Got the werewolf in our room. We've got our mom we're about to lie to. Oh, we did change the date. It was difficult to lie to Mom, but there was no other way for me to run away from home.
Мам, там что-то с телевизором случилось.
Mom, something's wrong with the TV.
Картинка какая-то тусклая и экран весь в полосах.
The picture is dim, and there are stripes all over the screen. Mom's face became visibly distorted.
Без ножа меня режешь.
Have you guys ever snuck out of the house? You're killing me here. So have you had enough of shooting those stupid ducks now?
Говорила же, посадите мне кинескоп своей приставкой.
I told you the kinescope will go dim because of your console.
Где мы теперь мастера найдем в дыре этой, а?
Where will we find a TV tech in this hole, huh?
Может быть, просто настройки сбились?
Maybe it's just the settings.
Сходи, посмотри, пожалуйста.
Please, go see for yourself.
Нормально же работал с утра.
Strange, it worked fine in the morning.
Из-за снегопада, наверное, неполадки.
Maybe the snowfall caused it. Mom rubbed her hands clean on her apron and went to Olya's room. Time to run like the dickens. There's no time for this. Mom will come back soon. Can we take the axe? Give me the, okay. Run, let's go. I opened the front gate and went into the field. Carefully, so Mom wouldn't see me from the window. God, this game is beautiful. When I crossed half of the distance toward the forest, the snow piles came as high as my knees. I remembered my nightly fears. I saw those silhouettes around here. 11,037 ways to kill a vampire. I wonder who did it. They were jumping around, holding hands. That hypnotizing music started playing in my head all on its own. In the light of day, those distant figures felt like a simple dream. The sun had turned my nightmares to ash, but the aftertaste was still there. Distant ringing in my ears, distorted shadows crawling on the snow alongside me. Oh my god, I love you guys. I feel like every chat session, you guys just make a game or a story in chat. We're gonna have all our own lore to go with like every series. There was barely an audible whisper in my head, blurry and almost kind. Everything was silent. So silent, I felt like the world was totally empty. No ground, no sky, no parents, no Olya. Time had reached its limit, a one-way trip that ended at the forest piney stockade. Sometimes, silence was much scarier than any scream. Our parents would scream at each other while arguing, and both me and Olya turned to stone listening to them. But then, always came the ringing silence. Our apartment became numb a couple of days before we departed. It was hard to remember the last time Mom and Dad joked around, laughing, or spent time together, almost like all of it was in a previous life. When they kissed with Olya present, she always frowned and snorted in a funny way. But one day, it all changed. Something important had left our home. And then something scary filled the remaining void. The void! We at least got the void in words, if not in deed. It was as if a fire broke out, and our parents were hurriedly packing our belongings, trying to save themselves and us. From who, though? From the people with dead cold eyes who sometimes visited us in our previous home? The eyes that only saw balls of worms on the black ground in everything. And somewhere, far away, a siren was going off, trying to warn us of the coming menace. Oh my god, the art is so good. I shuddered, chasing away my delusions, and looked around. There was only me, this white field, and the wind that was whipping up icy dust and belts of powdered snow. I feel like we're due for a jump scare, guys. I squinted from the sun and turned my eyes to the sunless forest. It looked especially dark in contrast with the blinding whiteness. Knobby tree roots slithered under the snow like fat snakes. Rotten leaves and coniferous needles froze into the ice. Dry, prickly branches intertwined, bringing up uncomfortable thoughts about fences. Were they protecting the forest? Or were they keeping something from breaking out? Some object was hanging from one of the pointy branches. I tried to get closer, drowning in snow, and when I almost got to the edge of the forest, I saw a knitted mitten. Hi, Silver. How are you doing? Nick's growing fast. She'll be hitting puberty in no time. I am almost a young lady. How you doing, Silver? Welcome to Spooky Vibe Night again. I know, I'm at 39. It's crazy. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. It's really hard to say the word mitten in a spooky manner. Nyx is also a vampire hunter. Legends say she has battled Mocha Akashia, Alucard, Mina Tepes, Saya Otanashi, Shinobu, and Dio. Kitten with mittens. So, Josh, one. Hey, thank you. I'm legendary. I am legend. The one thing that I've hoped to do if I hit affiliate, one of the redeems will be make up a cool fact about me that can be redeemed, because it's a thing I've done. Yeah, like make up a cool fact about Josh. Nosferatu too. Yeah, to me Nosferatu is one of the purest but less interesting of the vampires to me. I'm an Anne Rice vampire kind of girl. What can I say? Also Alucard. Also Vampire Hunter D rocks. Old school, man. It looked like a wounded bird among the hungering semi-dark. Yay, all the lore. Oh my god, right, I don't even have lore. Oh my god. Maybe Vampire Hunter D is the D word that Anton keeps being afraid of. Hell yeah, stronger than DBZ. Hell yeah for Vampire Hunter D. God, I love classic anime like that. D's nuts. High five, Silver. Emmy got me with one of those the other day, hardcore. Took me completely by surprise. It looked like oh, I said that one. Should I take it to the police? What are your favorite anime, Stronger? Actually, what are anybody's favorite anime? All good anime. Their senior officer looked gloomy, but he still reminded me of Captain Casanova from my favorite TV show called The Streets of Broken Lights. He was also always anxious, with a tired look in his eyes, but still brave and strong. Will this mitten help them find the lost boy? Vova! I heard a distant shout. Sounded like it came from the river. Ah, Berserk. I haven't seen any Berserk, actually. It's one of the classics I haven't really seen. Vova! As if the trees were calling out to someone. Vova! Resounded closer to me. Someone was standing there, behind the trees. hiding. Lava. Jason. Press X to Jason. I might have to add that to the list. Gantz was a classic I had recently read through, just poured through. I liked Gantz. There's probably some other really good manga I need to read. It's pretty and scary. Berserk do be good. Is Berserk wholesome? I feel like it's known for its brutalness. Gantz was pretty great. I did some fan art after reading Gantz. I liked the psycho long-haired student. He was my favorite. I knew someone was looking for the lost boy, but still. Something was unsettling about that figure. Its stillness, how it was bent unnaturally toward the ground. Its blackness. There's no one there. Just branches and roots. It's all just my imagination. A nearby bird flapped its wings loudly. Oh. A shadow split from the tree and disappeared from my sight. I wasn't paying that much attention. Mothman, my favorite cryptid in Fallout 76. Not my favorite in general, though. That would be the Chupacabra. Chat, who is best cryptid? I looked away for just a moment, but when I turned my gaze back to the same place, it was gone. So, it was my imagination, after all? Once you hear Nick's voice acting, you can't escape or... Oh, thank you, Silver. Jersey Devil. Get those Pine Barrens. Mothman from DC, that guy was a poser. Shots fired for Mothman. Anton's having a bad time here. Silence reigned for a painfully long time. This is fine. My muscles were tightly sprung, my heart beating somewhere in my throat. Any noise, any little movement, any small whisper from the thicket, an odd sprint. But nothing of the sort happened. I looked at the mitten, the kitten in mittens once more. Condiment King. We're gonna be bold. We're gonna take this mitten that belongs to a kitten. A kitten in the mitten. I can't think of any other words that rhyme with mitten. This is a good chat. Yay! I do like our chat. Chat is best chat. A kitten bitten by a kitten with mittens. I decided to take the lonely mitten from the branch. Oh, hello, sir. Friend or foe? Bova! A shout rumbled across the field and dissolved into the distance. No echo, no hope for a reply. Is that the dancing wolf boy? Wolf boys! I I do have a blanket near me. I stepped toward the bristly trees and tried to claim my find. It didn't budge. I pulled harder. The branch cracked and the mitten tore off, landing in my hand with a squishy sound. All too heavy. Wet? I squeezed it without thinking and something dark spilled from it, forming a tiny string between the mitten and the snow. Steam rose from the snow pile. I froze in place, studying my palms in disgust. Red. The sound of cracking branches invaded the silence. I didn't have to think twice before running away. Someone was chasing me from the darkness, breaking pine branches, closing the distance with giant leaps. The snow was slowing me down. Crazy thoughts flew through my mind. I'll get caught. They'll get me. I'll get dragged into the thicket. I'll be gone forever. But there was one more voice, probably one of reason. It gave me strength, spurred me on. You can do it. Don't stop. I heard an animal roar behind me. It was so loud, my ears went numb. It felt like the sound had come from a pack of hungry beasts rather than a single one. Their nostrils sucking in freezing air. They sensed my fear. 2 giant wings flapped above my head. An enormous shadow flew over the clearing. A hoot, a wheeze. The roars coming from all directions now. From the dried up raspberry bush, from twisted pines, from under the windfall. Hurry, run, don't look back. It felt like I was inside a nightmare. The snowy clearing, viscous like quicksand. Putin be chasing him, preach. Plot twist, it's a Wendigo from Until Dawn. God, I love that game. But I was stuck in place. He's moving pretty fast for being stuck in place, guys. I pulled my leg from the mushy trap just to be caught in a new one, even deeper than before. I continued to drown, sinking deeper and deeper with every desperate push. Was snow ever this sticky? I screamed in horror after realizing it wasn't snow. Someone or something in the snow pile was clutching my pants. I gathered all my strength and rushed forward. The pressure on my leg was gone. My boots slipped out of the hole and my soles were on a hard surface again. Right, he's just reached the end of the environment and is stuck on a polygon. I reached a clear path with one jump and from there, ran to my house. Grabbing pants, how kinky, yo, these monsters, they don't mess around. Its gloomy facade didn't look threatening now. That house was my line of defense from the shadows that flapped their wings and the creatures that were hidden under the snow. Monsters only think of one thing. That's right, Silver, and it's disgusting. I tripped over the doorstep and smashed into the door. In all my hurry, I still managed to notice the claw marks. As if a dog was striking the wood with its paws. Oh crap, Fluffy, it is your dog. Demanding to be let in so it could escape the cold. I hadn't noticed these marks when I was leaving. The heartbeat in my ears was much louder than my surroundings. I couldn't hear if someone was following me or not. What if they were already in our front yard and Mom had locked the door? Drowning in fear, I pulled on the doorknob and it obediently gave way. I rolled into the hallway and shut the door behind me. Oh, is the game volume still a little loud? I can take it down. Thank you for letting me know. Porch planks creaked as my pursuers ascended the stairs. My finger slipped off the lock and I couldn't click it into place. I gritted my teeth and pulled hard on the iron knob, whipping it between the boards. I stared blankly at the door. Hearing is for the weak. True, Josh. Wow, that was really fun. Oh, yeah. Buddy was a cannibal dog. That is terrifying. Oh, no. I once, in the middle of this dramatic moment here with Anton, I once had a ferret that had killed one of my hamsters. It was traumatizing at the time. It was very, I had woken up to it. It was brutal. Oh, where's my hydration here? Someone was standing on the other side of this pitiful, flimsy barrier that was probably less useful than blankets. Wow, you didn't have to call him out like that, Anton. Blankets are one of the safest places you can be. Wheezing breath reached into the house and crashed at me in waves. It smelled of pine and sweat. Mom peeked out of the kitchen and chastised me with the same frigid voice she always used when talking to Dad.
Что конкретно тебе не ясно в просьбе не хлопай дверьми?
What exactly didn't you understand when I told you to never slam the door?
Я случайно.
That's awful, Fluffy. Jeez. Oh, that's so sad. I didn't mean to. The clowns were going to eat me. I snuck a glance at the door. The smell was gone, and the breath was too. If there was someone there, in the first place, of course. Here, mere 5 meters away from Mom, my fear was slowly weakening, melting like snow in spring. And with it, the last bit of strength I had left my body, too. My legs gave way. I propped myself up against the wall so I wouldn't fall over. Mom's expression had changed immediately. The cold mask of strictness and detachment was gone. Mom looked the same as before all those quarrels. Like a true Russian. Is it still a bit loud for the game audio? Yet no slamming doors, now I have to throw you to the shadow demons. It's the tagline of this game. She finally saw my condition. My wet pants plastered with snow.
Ты где был? Я тебе что говорила, а? Чтобы ты дома сидел.
Where have you been? What did I tell you, huh? I told you to stay home.
Я и для тебя пустое место.
Am I nothing to you too? I was afraid she would cry. I reached out to her like when I was very little and wanted her to cuddle me. But Mom regained her composure fast and put on her usual face. A sacrifice to the void monster. Yes, we have to sacrifice our children to the void. I know snow isn't the only thing plastered on his pants. Correct, Silver? Her eyes shined like steel. Her voice rang out.
У отца сигареты пропали.
Your dad can't find his cigarettes.
Признавайся, ты их стащил? Курить бегаешь?
Be honest, did you snatch them? Were you smoking in secret?
Там за мной кто-то гнался. Я думал, меня...
There was someone chasing me. I thought... I stuttered as soon as I started explaining myself. Welcome back, Super! So he left for 20 years. Oh, right. This is the dad went out for cigarettes part of the story. I wonder if maybe I'm not controlling the game audio. You might be right. Let's try it in OBS. F in the chat for everyone's ears, I'm sorry. Tears welled up in my eyes. We'll see if that changed anything. Mom leaned toward me and sniffed my clothes like a beast, searching for the smell of tobacco. Let's see if I can get some noises. Not loud noises, but yay, I get to lose my hearing. Free hearing loss with stream attendance. Then she squinted her eyes in suspicion and looked into the front yard. Her expression changed in an instant, and she covered her mouth with her hand.
Гляди, вон же они. Прямо у забора.
Look over there, at the fence. My heart started thumping as if I became prey once again, and my pursuers were following me in the field. I could swear that I've heard something scratch at the door, just like in my nightmare. Mom beckoned me with her finger, and I gathered all my remaining bravery to look into the kitchen window, facing my fear. I could barely discern some hairy silhouettes swimming in snow through the icy winter patterns on the glass. Dogs. Just a small pack of strays with no name and no owner, barely reminding me of the hungry monsters that live on the edge of the forest.
Божечки, ты их испугался? Да они сами тебя перепугаются, Антон.
How was it for Mom's line there? Balto's back, but this time maybe good? Oh boy, were you scared of them? I think they'd rather be scared of you, Anton.
Они гнались за мной, словно за зайцем.
They were chasing me like a bunny.
А вдруг они бешеные?
And what if they're rabid? The smile had slowly disappeared from Mom's face. Now she looked at the dogs as if it was her first time seeing them.
Что если они нападут на Олю?
What if they attack Olya?
Мам,
Вот бы твой отец их всех перестрелял.
I wish your dad could just shoot them all.
мама, они живые.
Mom, look! They're alive!
А что?
Was that in question? What?
Ты уж определись, они тебе друзья или враги?
Friend or foe? Are they your friend or foe after all? Make up your mind.
Не маленький ведь уже.
You're not a little kid anymore. Well, some detective I am. In reality, I wasn't risking my life among monsters, but rather my pants among a pack of stupid strays. And what for? What use do I have for this? Mitten. Of course. A dark and sticky mitten that belonged to the lost boy made a squishy sound in my hand. I was clutching it the whole time. That's my trump card as a detective. I hurried to present this clue to Mom.
Мам, смотри, это Вовина варежка.
Oh, this must be a new version of All Dogs Go to Heaven. Sort of uncontrollably and viciously shaking and crying. Charged at them with the power of God. Yes. The dogs are skinwalkers. Canon. Oh, food. Oh. I'm so hungry. We just ate dinner, but I'm always hungry. Oh my God. Big Mac for super. Yum. Well, we have this beautiful graphic for you to enjoy. Your lunchtime, too. Mom, look! It's Volva's mitten!
Ну того, про которого утром милиция спрашивала.
That boy the police were asking about in the morning. Gore mitten.
Она вся в крови, на дереве висела. Вон там, могу показать.
What did I eat for Dindin? Oh my God. Tonight was junk food night. So we had fish fillets, curly fries, and I had fake chicken tendies. The mitten is dripping with fruit punch. It's jelly. He took his lunch out there in the woods. It's drenched in blood. I found it hanging on a tree. I can show you where.
Давай в милицию скорее позвоним, как нас участковый просил.
What did y'all have for dinner? If it's dinner time where you are. We have to call the police right away, like the officer had told us to.
Мам, гляди!
Mom, look!
Фу!
No cake for dessert. Actually, Silver, I had 2 French macarons. Well, I mean like Trader Joe's macarons, but whatever. Consume the mitten, to gain the lost boy's power. Ew! A shadow of doubt slowly crept onto Mom's contorted face. As if she was trying to remember something distant. Like when someone tries to remember their dream, but the images slip away. This sounds satisfying, fits your cake lore. It's close enough to cake. Oh my God, I love the cookie macaroons, not like the coconut macaroons. I forget the pronunciation of either. Cake is secretly just kryptonite for Josh. Stop it this moment.
Оля тебя услышит, с ума сойдет.
Olya will go insane if she hears you.
Она и так не спит. На все подряд жалуется.
She already has trouble sleeping and whines all the time.
Еще и ты со своими шуточками.
And you joke around like this. You do this to your poor mother. At that moment, I realized the mitten was actually wet from snow. There was no blood whatsoever. I wanted to sink through the floor from embarrassment.
Иди сюда, паникер.
Come here, my boy who cried wolf.
Да не стой столбом. Вот, таблетку на. Быстро пей.
Oh, don't just stand there. Come, take your pills. So now we also have pills as a reoccurring theme in our games. A golden-colored pill, reminiscent of a dead wasp, fell into my palm.
Я уже пил сегодня, за завтраком.
I already took one during breakfast.
Попререкайся мне еще.
Don't talk over me.
Сказала дома сидеть, нет же.
I told you to stay home, and
Был бы
you...
отец выпорол.
Dad would have given you a good whipping for that.
Сейчас же выпей, а то ночью не уснешь. Тебе ведь в школу завтра.
Come on, take it, or you won't be able to sleep at night, and you have school tomorrow. Sounds, MC is on a drug trip. Oh man, I hope not. We're like 9. Sounds like gaslighting, right? I don't know, right? Is this a young boy's, like, sad, dark fantasies to escape his sad, cold home life, or actual natural happenings? Did you forget to take your normal pills today? I didn't know. Right? Like, it's just, you pop your pills magic. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the condition and the pills, So I had to swallow the bitter medication, drinking it down with similarly awful water that gave off a taste of chlorine. He washed them down with milk from a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Maybe it wasn't Vova's mitten. It's not Penny's boat. Maybe it wasn't a mitten at all. Just like the forest monsters. And Olya's owl. Am I going mad? What's happening to me? Either the pill had an immediate effect, oh my god, Fluffy calling this one, or my overexerted brain didn't let fear inside anymore. Serenity washed over me, bringing yawning indifference along with it.
Антон, выпил? Можешь, если захочешь.
Anton, you done? See, you can do it when you try.
Раздевайся. Уснул, что ли?
Take off your coat. Are you asleep?
Нет, мам, просто задумался.
No, Mom, I was just thinking.
Интересно, о чем же?
What about, I wonder?
Так, глупости всякие.
It's just something silly. Mom scrutinized me with suspicious eyes, as if she wasn't sure she was looking at her own son and not some doppelganger that came from the forest.
Точно все нормально?
Is everything all right?
У тебя такое лицо было, когда милиционер про окно спросил.
You had the exact same expression when the policeman asked you about the window.
Все нормально, мам.
I'm all right, Mom. She heaved a deep sigh.
Хорошо.
Fine. It seemed like the house had changed. The sofa's fabric discolored. Fingerprints appeared on the bathroom tiles. The light bulbs also felt different, dimmer and yellower. Even the saliva inside my own mouth had a different taste. A melody from Aladdin could be heard from the upper floor. Olya was done rewatching her favorite Little Mermaid episodes and switched to other tapes. The Little Mermaid had episodes? I slowly changed into my home clothes, stopped before the sink and studied my reflection in the mirror, like I was trying to solve one of those spot the difference puzzles. And then I went upstairs, which seems as good as any as a place to take a break. It had a TV show in the 90s. Did it? How did I miss that? Do I want to override my save? I do. We still have our one from before we chose to go. Before we woke up today and chose disobedience. All right, I'm gonna take 5, get some more hydration, stretch. Stretch time, y'all. All right, sweethearts. I am going to... Fluffy, is that canon happening there? Is that I remember when Tarzan... You know, I never saw the movie Tarzan. I never saw it. All right, let me see if I can control my audio in my different stream software. Let's see if we got this. In theory, this should lower game audio, which is probably still too high, and give us music.